Hello guys, my name is NaToSaphiX, and today we have another video, and this time it is another episode of Transparent Mind. Now, bear with me if I'm a bit off my game. I just played the most frustrating game of Inferno. It is probably going to be the previous episode of Transparent Mind that you're going to be seeing. I played against this guy Retaliation. Not only was he very good individually, but my teammates also just managed to fuck me over time and time again. But this guy Retaliation seemed to know me, and he seems like a nice guy. I've now landed on a team with him, which should be quite nice. And we managed to win the knife round. So this should be much better. We're still going to be focusing on flashes this time on Mirage. We're going to be seeing if we can actually, get some CT rounds where my area of the map is actually hit. That'd be nice. I would like to play a site, like either site B or A. Just any, just not mid. Okay. Fantastic, bro. By the way, well played in the last game, Retaliation. You did well. Oh. Yeah, well, you'll be in one of them. Next Transparent Mind I release, you'll be in it, bro. Okay, so I'm going to be rotating. It's a good call by my teammates. Probably not going to be communicating too much with these guys, since I'm doing this video, but I'm gonna be just trying to. I like to try to get into a good position here. I like to go and check bench, because sometimes you find someone either crossing to bench or. Yeah, that's a good kill. We're gonna be pushing the site now. Oof. Okay, that's a good timing. One guy's on site as well. That's with bench, I think bench. Well played. So yeah, that was a bit unfortunate on the timing, but it's okay. We won the round. It was a good retake and all. I didn't really hit my shots on the first guy. This guy got a knife, so he's just fucking rich. I'm gonna be buying a UMP, and we're gonna be just trying to lock down the A-bomb site. I'm just going to be smoking off slope here. I'm going to be nading down as well. Then I'm going to be playing close. And the reason to this is because if they decide to push up here with just pistols, should be able to grab a few kills. Could also be playing the headshot angle over here. That might actually be a smarter bet, but they're maybe going to be thinking more about this spot. And they've got another entry on B. It's okay. Like, everything can happen these days, They're already on the side. I'm gonna be just pushing out because I'm fearless like this, and this position just helps us so much. Gets me a nice kill. We can just quickly fake the defuse. Nice PFs. That was very, 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 very bad by me. Whoops. At least we managed to get around. What I really like to do, I talked about this kind of the round before, but I didn't really have too much time, is that if I know the T's have only gotten maybe one guy on the side, I like to just charge out a window, like even just jump out, because if you can get close to the back side there, you can, wreak havoc. It's really, yes, it's really very, very sick. And that's why I really like to do that. Oh, that was very, very close. I'm low. We're gonna be just flashing here. I think someone's on Tetris. Oh, that's my. Oh, sorry, mate. I thought you were in the apps. Sorry. Yeah, I thought the steps that I heard was actually from my enemies, but it wasn't. Now I'm in a very bad position here because I could be shot from Connector. I could be shot from Palace, and I'm low HP, so I don't really want to take any battles. Guy in Palace as well. Oh my god, what a timing. If this guy Dump Duck instead had just played Stairs and had looked Palace, then most likely what would have happened is that he wouldn't have naded down because he would be kind of occupied with my teammate, and I would be able to battle slope in that headshot angle that I talked about the round before. And if that had happened, then first of all, I'll be able to throw a nice little pop flash for them. We're talking about flashes here again, But not only that, I would have most likely gotten them, and because of this headshot angle, it doesn't really matter if I've got 12 HP or if I've got 100, because if I face an AK, and you know, if I face an AK like that, and they shoot me in the head, they're gonna kill me in one shot anyway. I actually knew they were gonna be upgraded to AKs, but I decided to just stick with UMP because I was playing such a close quarter spot. And yeah, it was a bit of a weird decision possibly, but sometimes you kind of feel confident that you can just stick with an SMG and you're gonna make it like out of there alive. Maybe not out of there alive, but at least do enough damage to actually win the round. And I did get the yeah, I should say the first kill, the edge frag. They smoked off MiguelArtz now, and it's very likely that someone's gonna be creeping through here. They're flashing a bit up. Oh wow! I just had a peek on the. I'm flashing behind you, bro. I'm smoking stairs. I'm gonna put on net graph here. I think I'm having lags possibly. I feel like I was kind of flying around there. Yeah, something's definitely wrong. I don't know if it's the server lagging, or if it's me, but something's definitely wrong. You guys slow. Oh, good nade. It's kind of hard for me to play. Oh, we got one. Last Tetris. Well, ask if it's server lag or it's actually me. I don't see my net graph acting up. Okay, it's just the server. That's nice. Okay. Some of us are lagging, apparently, it seems. But, yeah, that makes it a bit easier. Yeah, I'm lagging really hard. Like, it was server lag, I'm sure. Can I have a drop, possibly? Yeah, I warped at MiguelArtz as well. Yeah, just to drop any. Thanks, buddy. It's a bit hard to actually play when you're lagging around like that. That doesn't happen too often. They're gonna be playing pistols now, and this guy is making a very bad decision in my opinion. He's running down through smoke versus pistols. What we're looking for here, since they are pistols, is to keep the distance. Because if we can get them at range, then it's very unlikely that they're gonna be winning the duels. I didn't see anything in Palace, so I'm just going to be edging my way down here. Clearing under. Gonna be Molotov. Oh, wow. He was there. Gonna be Slork now, hoping that no one peeks from under us. This guy has very good timing. That's horrible spray, NATO. Very, very bad. But it works, still. And I would imagine the rest to be in B house, so I'm just going to be running pretty much knife out. B house, both. Yeah, one guy's an AK. Truck last. My spray is all over the place. I don't know if I'm just shit at playing from us or what. Planning standard now. But it's really bad at least. That's the great thing about this series. What you're not looking for in this series, hopefully, at least if you are, you're probably doing it wrong. Is not to see me play like an absolute animal, because I'm not trying to play like an absolute animal. I'm not trying to just beast and feast here. What I'm trying to do is I'm going to be trying to narrate what I do. If you don't know what this series is about, it might be a bit late introducing the point of this series, but what I'm trying to do. Can I have a drop visual? Thanks, buddy. What I'm trying to do is that I'm going to be trying to narrate my thoughts and tell you guys what I think while I'm thinking my thoughts. So, I mean, it works the best in my opinion in clutch scenarios. Simply because it's there, the mind games are usually the strongest. But it also works just all in all. I'm right now just watching this smoke in this same headshot angle I talked about. Usually people burst out from here, but I don't want anybody to be lurking out here, so that's why I'm standing here instead of like here. There's no one here, and that's quite nice. So now it's probably better to just fall back, especially because my teammate is kind of selling me. Yeah, I'm Molotov in. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing out. Okay, I get picked off through the smoke. This guy might be able to just make this run. Oh, I don't like this call from him to creep up, because he's going to take a lot of unfavorable battles here. But we've got a guy coming in from behind. That's retaliation. He's got a tase as well. I I'll just tell you what I was thinking. Oh wow, that's very unfortunate. But yeah, it's a bit hard for me to play A in that scenario. I had to fall back to Makelov because my teammate was selling me from his position. Like, he let them do anything in Palace. What is this guy doing? But I was hoping to Molotov A ramp to kind of just put a hold on the push. This guy even has a nade. He should maybe use it instead of going for these peaks. That was not a good way to use it. I would have used it in a window. Oh wow, the timing. A lot of timings there. Really working out in their favor, especially, you know, me getting picked off through smoke. I did do 40 damage to a guy that I didn't even ever see, but he ran through my Molotov, and that's why I felt it was a good decision. You also saw Visual kind of edging his way onto the site, you know, and still being alive. And the reason why that worked out for him was probably because of my Molotov. It kind of only enabled 2 players or so to get through to the site, and the rest kind of had to wait. So they're smoking fast here and flashing, so there's probably some guy pushing through. There's more flashes. No one's pushing through as of yet, but definitely steps there. That's a good. Oh, and he ends up shooting me instead of my teammate. I don't know really what to say this round. Like, first of all, I didn't hit my shots at all. It was very bad from me. But at the same time, my teammate should have definitely been there for support. I think he might have run out of bullets. This CC is just going to town. But I think he might have ran out of bullets because he helped me with the first guy, and that was great. Like, he fucking... Not only did he dink him, he also like hit him in the stomach after. I didn't even hit him at all. I think possibly I only hit him once in the stomach. But I think my teammate ran out of bullets because he was there for support, and we could have, you know... Oh wow, look at that CT. But what could have potentially happened... Wow, what are they even doing? I did hit him once, but I battled the other guy for so long, and then I died, and my teammate still wasn't really shooting. So I don't know if he kind of dropped his guard and started looking at apps, or if, yeah, you know, I don't really know whatever happened, but you know, so it was a bit unfortunate, I'd say. Like, me not hitting my shots, obviously, but I also think... I don't think the guy bailed me. Like, I don't think he baited me or whatever. I think he just... It was unlucky on the timing. But I generally don't play A too much, so I don't really know how to play it. By him seeing so many of us, I know he's going to try to rotate out of there, so I just really need to land that kill before he gets out. And that's what I managed, so I can be quite happy with that. And now I'm going to be rotating over to the B site because it sounds likely that they're going to be coming B. That's a good kill. He's got the bomb as well. Now I can get onto the back side. This was the spot that I was talking about. They will most likely not know. And if they don't peek from forest... Oh wow, that's just what I said. Like, as long as they didn't peek from bench, I was all good. And then he peeks from bench, but... Okay. One shot, yeah, I've got him. That's bad. I shouldn't have shot there. I was very lucky spray control. Gonna be using our flash here. I'm gonna be faking it out, and he's not there, so... Well played. But what do you see me do there? This is actually one of my favorite tricks. I throw an underhand flash upwards, and I've just done this so many times with these underhand flashes that I know exactly where to position myself. Like, should I walk, should I run, whatever. It's just because I use underhand flashes all the time. And what I like to do then is, like, I go... I'm just proving a point here, boys, or whatever. Like, what I do is, I stand here, for example, and do something like this. And then I go out and peek like this. So, like... Yeah, just to say, it's not, like, not proving a point, but it's just making a point. And then I peek like this, where it's like, they can kind of see half my body, but they can't really see my head. And then I go back in, and then the flash pops, and then I peek back out. Okay? This is a very nice way to do it, in my opinion. That's a good spray control. Like, how does he hit me twice in the head with a Tech 9 from there while he's standing up? That's crazy lucky. But yeah, sometimes, no, this game just doesn't like you. Last guy connector, I think. Yeah, he's connector. Isn't he connected? Didn't you just see him reload? Can you grab me an AK? Can you take me an AK? Never mind. No, it's not. I'm not. It's just. I was just showing a technique on how to flash. But you can see the video, bro. No, I didn't. Unfortunately, not. But that flash technique works really well because what you're doing is you're throwing a flash. They see that there's a flash there, but then they also see a guy peeking on the flash, so they think, "Holy shit! I have to, you know, watch this guy." And when that happens, they usually look into the flash, and then they just get totally blind because you've baited them into looking into the flash, and then you can fall back. And when you've done that, like you can, you can peek out like this, and then you can go back into the wall, hear the flash pop, go out and peek, and they're blind, and it's an easy kill. I do this all the time, and it just works. Like it works wonders. Not just in pokers, but I've done it against a lot of semi-pro teams as well, and it just does work really, really well. I wasn't meant to fall down there. Hey, there's two guys in connection. I thought it was my teammate. Not the timing of that. It's hard when I have to play both connector and slope at the same time. I feel that's kind of the case because our mid player is just letting them get into mid every single time. And I don't know if it's because he's getting smoked out or whatever, but I really hate, I don't like. What am I trying to say? I don't like getting pushed from connector. I don't think anybody does when you're playing A because it's just impossible to deal with. But this guy's not really doing a great job at disabling them from doing that. I don't know why this guy's still alive. He should have been dead a million times. This guy on hotspot and this guy from behind. He didn't even hear the guy reload on hotspot, so it gets pretty hard. Why do they get interconnect every run, I feel? Or at least this run? Yeah, okay. No problem, baby. I feel it's very hard. Like, I'm very, very bad. Like, I'm gonna go out and say it, that I feel that I'm very, very bad on Mirage, mid. Mirage is one of my best maps, but if I get smoked off, if I get like Molotoved and shit like that, I just don't know, like, I don't know where to go. It's hard, like, you need good teammates. Oh, for fuck's sake, great dance, bro, great dance. But it's just hard. I really think it's hard. I don't really know how to play AA. I like to play it at range, but it's pretty hard when we play pistols all the time, and honestly, I'm just not very good at playing it. It's not something I can flash for you, baby. I'll flash now. It's a very interesting flash. Well played. Yeah. So, what is Somi do? Oh, thanks, buddy. Yeah, I'm just talking to the camera. There's no camera, but fuck it. What I was doing is I threw an underhand flash and jumped, so it goes up and pops around here. It's again about the underhand flashes. I'd say that I'm pretty good at flashing actually. Then I bounce a flash there that goes to this wall. And what I was hoping, I'm not sure if it actually accomplishes this, but it hit this wall, I hope, and then this wall, and then goes out and pops here. This blinds the guy. I'm pretty sure that it actually worked out for me. And it's very nice, It's just a flash that I thought up on the spot, since I don't ever play A. I actually have played way more B than I've played A. But I generally just play mid, What's up? What? I'm making a video. These guys are super nice. It's a very pleasant game as well. Not only because these guys are just super nice, but also, like, even though I'm not performing individually, it doesn't really matter because that's not the purpose of this this series. But I'm getting my point across, and I get in a few clutch situations and retake scenarios where I can just talk. There's a lot of talking. I like to play this angle. It's a very risky angle. Well, that fell a bit too far down. But you can drop down, play this angle for Palace, which is quite a hard battle to win. And slope, I mean, they're just probably not aiming for you there. So that's also very good. Looks like it's an eco round. They're planning now. Just gonna be charging in. It kind of looked like it was my teammate for a second there because his name popped up behind him. What I was kind of thinking is that this guy, Cars or whatever, I knew he got a pistol kill and it sounded like he was pretty much close up on the site from what I heard, so I was unsure if he played close here. I didn't want to risk getting into a 2 versus 2 scenario by me jumping through the window and dying, since he probably had a gun, you know. But I also kind of wanted to stop the bomb plant, and I was hoping that my Molotov would land just as the smoke had properly disappeared. But that was unfortunately not the case, and therefore I couldn't stop the bomb plant. I could have then, you know, in retrospect, I could have pushed in and hoped that he wasn't close, but he's already up slope. Yeah, my teammate was AFK, kind of had to. Were you AFK, baby? I think he was AFK, so I had to kind of watch Palace and slope at the same time. He just got me on the wrong timing. Planning. This guy should really just spray through the smoke. Like, this is not a good decision. Oh yeah. So I think we're just gonna be going for a rifle, and I really need to just, when I throw the smoke, I need to be ready for them to push through it, because I haven't really been at all. But I like to just, like, this slope smoke is very good. It's really bad if they flash through it, because especially if, like, I'm in this position, I like to play this position if I ever play. But yeah, it's just, if they flash up, I'm pretty much dead. And I also need to get away in good time. I'm gonna be trying something a bit different this time. Then we're gonna be just trying. This was about flashes, right? And I just fucking flashed myself, but I also flashed this guy. We're gonna be just staying. We're just gonna be sticking around here because he probably doesn't take the time. They, for some awkward reason, did think that I was there. It's kind of the case again, you know, where if my teammates are actually here, if I know that they have Palace, then I can play that. You know, I can wait so long. What I was hoping was that, you know, I waited long enough for them to kind of drop their guard. But I think this guy Retaliation, you know, I played versus him last game, and he is getting a very nice statistic going for him here. But I think he's actually making a lot of team play mistakes. It seems, you know, the B players always retake the site faster than he does. And he is playing mid, so he should definitely be much faster on the rotation than they are. He's kind of selling us. And that round, my teammate died early, and I get a kill in slope, and I have a very aggressive position, but I can't stay there because I don't know if they come out of Palace quickly and just push me from behind, so I kind of have to peek or go back up. In this scenario, I decided to just push it, but I might have waited longer for them to come and peek me. You know, there's definitely some gas slope, 2 gas slope, I think. Not to one slope. Again, I'd use the flash, not to try and get kills, but to try and clear the angle. Sounds like they're coming up slow now. But there. We're using this flash to peek them and try to kill them. It's a bit early, but we still managed to get a kill. Yeah, I shouldn't have gone for that play there. Like, it's okay to pug, he's still slope. It's okay to pug, but in an actual game, if I'd gone for that, I would have been stupid. You know, it kind of enables him to get back into this round. We have a lurk coming in, so it's all good. But yeah, it's a bad decision by me. He's got, you know, he can be on the stairs, so it's hard for me to hit his head. He's got a superior rifle and stuff, and he already kind of shoulder peeked me, so he knew I was coming close. So that way, it's a bit of a bad decision. But as far as flash work goes, what I was trying to kind of get to is that these guys look pretty cool, but what I was trying to say is that flash in slope, had they been there, they would have been flashed, and I would have most likely gotten a kill, maybe 2, and a lot of information. Because I flash, I can take that fight without really risking too much, and at the same time, if they're not there, which was the case this time around, I get a lot of information for my team just from that single flash. And this is how you should use flashes, obviously, like either to get a kill or get information. There's one guy playing stairs. I'm gonna be just jumping out. Fuck this. This guy sandwich. What did sandwich? That's a good shot by him. The start of this game kind of feels like the last game. Like, in my opinion, Palace should never be the guy to peek first. Like, you can obviously take a peek versus stairs or whatever to clear that out, but the fact that I go out, like I jump out and I take a kill, and I still am the first guy to battle the next guy. They were just 4 guys waiting slope, waiting for me to do something, or waiting for something to happen. Don't really understand what they were waiting for, but I think people in PUGs are a bit selfish, and they don't tend to like to entry frag, and I'm probably the same way, but what I'm trying to force myself to is to entry frag, simply because I feel like that I'm not good enough at entry fragging. And there's always things that people can improve, you know, and entry fragging for me is one of the things that I don't think I'm very good at. So I try to avoid it, but that's not the right way to go about it, because if you just keep avoiding what you're bad at, well, yes, you will have good stats and stuff, but you obviously will get better stats, and it's also kind of just playing against your weaknesses, which is in many ways are good, but what if you could just become better? Again, seems like I'm the entry fragger here. This is an interesting position. Teammate is with me though. I think they just flashed B, which I don't think was a good call, because now they know we're here. I've actually got some really aggressive positions which they don't know. Yeah. Oh my god! One bench. Oh, and he gets me on a pre-fire shot, but wow! Those 2 Tech 9 shots, they were definitely on fucking point. And I got that guy, I gave that guy at least over 41, well, at least 41 damage is what I'm trying to say, through the nade I threw into jungle. He peeked my teammate, and I knew that I could put a good nade on him, so that's very nice. Oh, let's get short. He's Edward. Edward are those pillars, if you didn't know. Well, that's another successful entry. I mean, I'm gonna be talking maybe slightly about the game. I like can I have an AK dump duck so I can get hand armor? You're sick, bro. You're fucking sick. But I just played an Inferno game, and for you it might be, you know, the last episode of Transparent Mind or whatever. But I just played it, and when I would get entry frags, hard or easy, I would never, like, I would then probably go and die because I didn't get any support. But at the same time, you know, there's gonna be a pistol here, close by. It's gonna be up here, 100%. Just gonna be going here. There's another CT. Let's go CT. Okay. So in the other game, Inferno is probably, I don't know if it's harder to entry, but it can be harder to entry. But in that game, I could get an entry frag, and my teammate would then just sit and masturbate in a corner for like the whole fucking game. But this game, you know, I got that entry on B, and they decided to rush out instantly, so they might not be supporting me still, but they're trying, these guys, and it's much better. It's a much more enjoyable game to play. I mean, also the fact that we're winning is obviously more fun. But the entry is also much better. There is a guy shot, 100%. So I like this game. What I was thinking there is, you know, I hear the USP shoot a couple of times. I'm looking for him in the smoke because it's likely that since he's such a small pistol, he doesn't mind throwing away his gun. So he doesn't mind pushing through that smoke because, you know, it might be his best opportunity actually. But what actually happened was that he rotated around and I could hear that. So I decided to just push through the smoke since I was so close and get that kill. It's not really an important kill, I could have probably let him go, but you never really know what kind of damage he can do to my teammates, and me pushing on and getting that easy kill with him having his back turned is probably never a bad idea, thinking about it. No, I'm just gonna be... Oh, you hit, I think. Yeah, so it's got a really big gap in it. Ooh, that guy saw me. I'm gonna be looking for anybody here. No, don't do it, man. But look at connector. There was a guy before. I didn't mean look at connector. I meant look out connector, but that works, I guess. This guy needs to be careful. They've shot the vent in whorehouse, which, or maybe it was because of a nade. I'm not sure, but no matter what, I'm getting a bit anxious with this. It kind of feels like I have to entry again, you know. I'm gonna just go and try to do it. Another guy actually got a kill, so that's quite nice. Now I can help him. That's the support that I talk about. Oh, he gets a running shot on me. I didn't think that the guy shot could actually be in whorehouse, so I was very surprised. He's playing jungle. You can kill him from behind. He's not watching you. We've only got 15 seconds. He's to the left here. Oh wow, unfortunate, man. Sorry. It's very unlikely that he was in window, so I don't think this guy, like, I think this guy blames himself a bit too much, in a sense, but it's okay, you know. It's always nice when people are apologetic instead of blaming everybody. That's more nice, as long as it doesn't fuck up their own game, of course. But yeah, I didn't think the guy's shot was actually able to come through whorehouse. He's gonna be trying to smoke upstairs. I'm probably failing this. Once again, I feel like I have to go charging into a very unnecessary battle. He kept saying push palace, but it's really hard when the only fucking support I have is myself. I don't know, I have a tendency to run out and jump, and I think that's actually possibly a bad idea. It's kind of the same, you know. I'm not an entry fragger, so for pistol rounds it works really well when you jump out, because it's very hard to hit a guy who's jumping. But on rifle rounds, it's never really a good idea to jump. So I think that was a misplay by me, and I think it kind of saved my life in that scenario, because I think the guy Vedley, or whatever his name is, might have killed me if I didn't, but I don't know. It's hard to say. But I mean, it's just when you get into these games, sometimes the best thing is to just get out there. You see this like time and time again in majors, I feel, that there's a lot of times where just because you're so fucking fast, like, you see your chance and you just take it. Sometimes that just wins you around. That's exactly what I'm trying here, and that's what I'm trying to get better at, because I feel like in majors people really do this well, and those are obviously better players than I am, so there's only things that I can learn. I like this one-way smoke that I'm going to be throwing now, and then combined with this flash, it's really good, because I can look through here, and if only I could hit. I'm going to be Molotoving. I think I'm going to be making my way out, because there could be so many places just lurking, and they could be showing up and killing me. I obviously want to limit my amount of useless deaths, so I'm going to be trying to regroup with my team. I think I'm going to be doing that through underpass though. Might be trying to get a frag on B here, because I don't think there's a lot of possibilities for us in mid when we're only 3 guys left and we don't really have any utility to use. I've at least used most of my stuff I can throw, so I think we need to get towards B. but it's not easy. It gets more easy because my teammate is actually pulling a lot of rotations, it seems. Gonna be doing this flash. Now, there's no real way of me winning this round because the bomb is dropped in a very, like, far away position. So what I can just do now, they don't have too good economy. So what I can do, hopefully, is I can pick up a few guns here if they want to push me. But they might not even want to because their economy is in shambles. But any gun that I get here is a plus, and I can lose my gun if I want to. It's no problem. But they don't even want to challenge me, so that's okay. I just hang on to this. That means I can drop one. Or teammate, and Fury actually needs it. Drop that to Fury, maybe? Duck. It's good that he's a duck and not a dick. Ha 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 ha. Let's get some fucking jokes going. Yeah, but I'm actually like pretty much top fragging, and I feel like I'm doing decent work at entry fragging. I feel like every entry duel I've had so far, I've won pretty much. So that's a pretty good entry ratio. But I need my teammates to support me. I need this guy to shoot again, hopefully. No, we're gonna just be trying to slow walk through then. Okay, I'm gonna be trying this. Something that I haven't really tried so much. But I want to put a smoke here. And he's definitely going to be putting some shots through. Yeah, there's one. There's another. Now he's Molotov in shadow, so it might even come up. Doesn't look like it. I'm going to be just flashing out here. Yeah. And if I had timed it better with my teammate, well, my teammates, then I would have actually possibly been able to take the site there. They don't really say when they go, and it's quite hard for me to time when I just have to, you know, guess. Want to rush B Tech 9s? So it's, yeah, it's not too good. But I feel like I'm learning a lot actually these games where I just try to pretty much intro frag every round. I can already feel that it's just bettering my play. I'm gonna be just throwing a smoke here for Edward. It's not to like just be useless and like not to entry frag. It's because I think it's gonna be very important for us. Okay, so we got a bit of damage down to that guy. Now if I hear any steps on shot, I'm gonna be flashing myself through. I might actually do it now just to find out if there's anybody. There is, and he just gets fucking rejected. Thrown out of the server. We're gonna be looking for the second guy, or like, yeah, the last guy. I'm going to be throwing a flash here. That should enable us to peek this. And if only I could actually hit my shots. Now I'm just going to be falling back. There's no way you can win this if I just play slow. Yeah, so I just need to stay alive. Yeah, it's totally fine he kills me. As long as I win the round, you know, I don't even need to kill him. I should have honestly hit that up shot, definitely. That was very poor by me. But the flash was perfect because, first of all, my teammates shouldn't have taken that battle. It should have been a 2 versus 1. But the flash is very good because, you know, if he is there, he's blind and I can most likely kill him if I can hit the shot. At least I'm not going to ever die in that scenario. Or the other possibility is that he's not there, but then I've flashed myself out. I get a lot of information. That means he's coming out of window and then I can just hold that angle instead. So, you know, it's all about playing the chances here and using your flashes to get information for you, because a lot of times I actually feel like flashes, you know, they don't necessarily have to flash anybody for them to be useful. A lot of the time you can just use them to actually get information, like in this scenario where, you know, this time he did actually get flashed, but for example the scenario we had earlier where there were 2 people close to slope. I got information they were close, I flashed around here, and they never actually were there, but I just got so much information and it kind of enables me to take a peek without ever risking anything, which is phenomenal. That's what you want. If you can get information, especially T side, you know, this was a clutch situation, so it's a bit different, but I've always kind of thought that playing CT, you know, it's all about having great aim, having good chemistry, like working well with your teammates. And it kind of is on T as well, but T side is very easy to play. If you know where the CT player is, then you can easily kill him, you know. I don't really get where my teammate went. He's forest. Can you kill him? Well, I'm gonna have to then. It's a battle I would have liked to not take because I felt it was a very bad battle for me. I need to get out, yeah. My teammate kind of is short. I need to try to cross. Bait our shot. Get that guy. I'm gonna be trying to fall back. I think it's unlikely we're gonna be winning this round. Okay, that's a great frag from him. It makes it a lot more likely. This is maybe a battle I don't want to take, but he's wasting so much time now that I definitely want to. You know, had he insta-peeked me here from kitchen area, like yeah, I didn't really show you the peek proper. But if he had peeked me there, I was only 9 HP. I am like, there's a big certainty that I'm gonna be dead. And if I do go down in that scenario, that makes it very hard for my teammate because he probably knows where my remaining teammate is, but at the same time, you know, not only does he know where my teammate is, he can also play very fast because there's only one guy left. So it's a bit risky, but because he played so slow, it made me confident that I can stay in that position. That was a good revenge frag. It's exactly what, you know, a good teammate does. If your teammate goes down, go and kill the guy who killed him. If you don't get the revenge frags, you know, that's a problem. But what I was trying to say before... oh, that's a good shot. But T side is not hard to play. If you know where the CTs are, if you've got information, then like winning the battles usually actually kind of favor the T, because the CT, you know, he has to be aware there might be more players here. You know, anything can happen. He might be easy to flash out his position because he can't really like fall back indefinitely. Whereas a T player, you know, gets caught out, like his position gets discovered by the other team, and he can just fall back as far as he wants to, you know. We're gonna be looking at the stats here. I don't really care about stats because first of all, I don't care about ECA stats, but at the same time, I feel round win share is so fucking broken. Like you have a guy, okay, 15 frags. He has the same round win share as a guy with 7 frags. And obviously, some frags are more important than the others, but what if this guy got all 15 frags on rounds that they lost? That would have been a possibility, and he would have, like, close to no round win share. So it's pretty retarded. Sometimes you can make, like, you could potentially kill 4 players every single round, but lose them all and get 0 round win share. That makes no sense in my head. But anyway, small rant over. But what I was saying is, and I like to make these closing statements. I don't know why. I think it's just because I love talking to you guys. But if a CT player finds out where a T is, for example here, okay, great, he knows that there's a guy slope. But where are the others? Well, he can't know. The T player can just fall back indefinitely, pretty much. He can like go all the way to T spawn, he can go all the way over to B site. It will obviously take a while, but he can, you know, stay alive in that way. Whereas if the T player finds out that the CT is playing here, well, he can maybe have a mate who plays Palace, Molotov here, flush him out of his position, and like he can play him. Or he can even just himself Molotov here, jump up here, you know, Molotov onto there, so it bounces into shadow, and then hold this angle, and he's probably going to show up at some point. So if the CT doesn't have a good mate, then the T player will always win this duel, because he knows where the CT player is, and he can use grenades to flush him out of his position. He can't really, like, this is a position where he can't fall back, you know. It would be the case in Markelov, for example, where it's like, you know, okay, the CT player gets spotted, well, fuck it, you know, he can just fall back indefinitely, in a sense. But then the side is going to be taken over. That's what that's what the terrorists don't have as a problem, you know. They can fall back as long as they can, or as long as they want to. So, or as far as they want to, you know. But it's just the case that if you as a T player can find information about where the guy is, you have the upper hand. And that's also why, a lot of the time, if you've got a good entry fragger, he might even have to get the kill. If you can just get the revenge frag, you're going to be in a better position. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, boys. And yeah, you're more than welcome to leave a like. You don't know how much that shit means to me, so I really appreciate it. But thank you so much for watching. That's the most important thing. Thank you so much.